I went to check on the website. I was like, what is the visa waiting period now? Because I feel like we are waiting for too long. And on the website, it says that for dependent visa, it takes up to 8 weeks. And for skilled worker visa, it takes up to, is it 6 weeks or 4 weeks? And then for health and care visa, it takes 3 weeks. I have applied for health and care visa because of my profession. But this is me still waiting for visa. Nothing is, being communicated to me. So Home Office wrote to me and told me that they have contacted my employer to submit additional supporting documents. I was like, what? Additional supporting document. So initially I was thinking from me. I read the email again and it said from your sponsor. We have contacted your sponsor. It means it's not me, it's my sponsor. When the UK Home Office said that they were going to do a background check on employers and employees who were doing visa application, they meant everything that they said. They were actually standing on business. I am an immigrant nurse. I have changed job 4 times since I came to the UK. I have done over 10 successful visa applications for myself and for my family. And this time around, something very different has happened. And, as we all know that there is a lot of things going on with this immigration process of back and forth with CQC, with the Home Office, with employers, with employees, because of exploitation that has happened in the UK. Hey guys, welcome back again to my channel. How are you guys doing? I know you are doing absolutely fantastic. My name is Becca. On this channel, basically, I share immigration updates. I share content about nursing because I'm a registered nurse. I share a little bit of me, fun and positive vibes, lifestyle videos, every good stuff in between. And so, if you did not know, I'm a registered nurse, came to the UK about almost 4 years ago, and I have changed jobs every year. I change sponsor, I change employer entirely, to a new employer, to a new company. When I was coming from Ghana to the UK, the visa application I did it by myself. When I came to the UK, changing from the NHS, the care home, I did my visa application. When I was changing from that care home to the care home, I recently left. I did the application by myself. And this particular application, I did it by myself. I have done 3 visa applications for my 3 daughters twice. So that makes it 6 times. And I have applied for 2 visas, one for my dad, one for my mom. So in all, I have done 12 visa applications for myself. And I have never had to have problems with visa application for myself. The only application problem I had was my daughters when their visa was refused, which I know I did a video on that. But this time around, something strange has happened. So with all this exploitation that is happening, with immigrants coming into the UK, not getting accommodation, paying huge sums of money, coming into the UK, not finding jobs and all that, triggered a whole lot of things with decision-making process. And the UK Home Office promised, or the decision-making body promised, that they were going to be doing thorough checks. And when they said this, initially we thought they were just saying it, but now they are standing on business. So I got a new job, which is this job I'm going to be starting. I got a new job, and when I did the application, when I got the COS, it took me a while to get my COS. This is one of the longest waiting times I have had to wait for COS. And so I'm telling you that if you are waiting for COS now, it's not like first that you get a COS like papa ASAP. Now it takes a while. Okay, now it takes a while to get your COS. It even takes a while to get your visa application approved for you after you've done everything that they've asked you to do. Some are lucky it takes so fast. Maybe they paid express or something, but I paid for the standard, right? So after going through that waiting period of back and forth to get my sponsorship offer, I went ahead to apply for my visa. I applied for my kids' visa 4 weeks after I applied for mine. Yes, 4 weeks after I applied for my visa, and I didn't get a decision on their application. I was beginning to get worried because we've got a holiday that we have to go, and we have to leave the UK for that holiday, and we don't have BRP to go for that holiday. So I went online and checked my immigration status, and then it said that it was still showing my old BRP with my old employer, and it was stating that I have an application in process, but I shouldn't travel outside the UK. and I can only work with that employer that I'm leaving and do extra 20 hours. Or if I've already left that employer, I can only do extra 20 hours. We have a vacation to go. Nothing is happening. I was beginning to get worried. So 4 weeks after I applied for my kids, I applied for my visa as well. Went through the process. Now, to get an appointment to go for your biometrics is a story for another day. I didn't get the closest appointment I got, and this is for the standard visa, right? I didn't pay for express, because if you want to do the express, which is getting application within 5 days or 7 days, you have to pay like 500 and something for a 3-year visa. If you want to get your decision within, is it 3 working days or the next day, you have to pay like 1,000 something, which was too much, because all of us are changing all over again, and it is money. This UK is money to change over your document. It's a lot of money. So after I did my kids' own was very smooth. We did the application and they got their appointment. In fact, they got very appointment that was like next day, next 2 days. But because they were still in school, I took a while to get appointment that suited their school schedule, because I didn't want to take them out of school just to go for that appointment. So they got appointment quite pretty easily. When they got to my turn, me, that is the main applicant, I didn't see appointment. The closest appointment date I saw for that application was 21 days after the day I applied. 21 days. And you know, the employers really, they need you to come fast to start the job. And you too, you want to go fast, because I don't see myself being unemployed, staying at home. Do you get the point? So I did everything. Applied, and I was supposed to get an appointment. I didn't see appointments. The closest I was seeing, as I said, is 21 days from the day I applied. So I was like, you know what, let me just pay. And to get that close appointment, you have to pay. Listen, I searched the whole of London. If I say the whole of London, all the visa application centers here in London. The closest I eventually got was 2 weeks after the day I applied, and that was like 30 something miles from where I live. And that was 2 weeks. So I was like, you know what, let me just pay to get an appointment. So eventually I paid £149. So it was the cheapest I saw, £149 to get an appointment. So I got the appointment, which was next day appointment. I paid, got the appointment, went for my biometrics, waited for another. So when I went for my biometrics, Home Office emailed me about my kids' decision to say that they are so sorry that they haven't been able to make a decision as they have scheduled. They couldn't make a decision, so blah blah blah. They are waiting for. We should wait for a while. We are still in the waiting process, and then I think 6 weeks after that, which is 6 weeks after my kids have applied and 2 weeks after I have applied, I received an email from Home Office saying that they are still sorry for not, making a decision on my application. It is because they are looking, or they are waiting, or they have contacted. I'll put the email there. I've forgotten how exactly the email is like. At first when you do an application, it takes very short time, like sometimes 7 days, you get a decision, 14 days, you get a decision. And this time around, things have really changed. But in all, it is good, because I feel like if the Home Office had done all these thorough background checks to, be sure, a lot of things wouldn't have happened with this exploitation business that has happened for a while now. So whilst I was still waiting, the Home Office sent me an email to say that, they are so sorry for not, because I went to check on the website. I was like, what is the visa waiting period now? Because I feel like we are waiting for too long. And on the website, it says that for dependent visa, it takes up to 8 weeks. And for skilled worker visa, it takes up to, is it 6 weeks or 4 weeks? And then for health and care visa, it takes 3 weeks. And I have applied for health and care visa because of my profession. But this is me still waiting for visa. Nothing is, being communicated to me. So Home Office wrote to me and told me that they have contacted my employer to submit additional supporting documents. I was like, what? Additional supporting documents. So initially I was thinking from me. So I went through my email to see if they've requested for additional supporting document from me. There was nothing. So I read the email again, and it said, from your sponsor. We have contacted your sponsor. It means it's not me, it's my sponsor. So immediately I emailed the HR of the company to say that this is the email I've received from Home Office, asking telling me that they've asked for additional supporting document from my sponsor, which I know is, you guys. So what is happening in the background, because I don't understand. So they emailed me to say that yes, Home Office actually contacted them for real, asking them about my salary, my band level, just to clarify some things on the sponsorship offer letter they have given me. And this tells me that now the Home Office is actually very, very thorough. They are standing on business. They want to make sure that this exploitation thing stops. So if you have applied for COS, you are not getting, I want to just tell you this, that be patient, because there are a lot of background checks happening. I have applied for job, I've changed job 4 times, as I said, and I haven't, had to wait so long to either get COS or get my visa, approved. But this time around, yes, it is taking that long. Even as at the time I'm filming this video, I've still not gotten my BRP, and we are due to go for a holiday in a couple of weeks from now. We still haven't got our BRP, so if the BRP doesn't come, we can't travel. And that is one thing that I think a lot of people also make this mistake. They are still waiting for their visa and they travel. One thing that happens, what I was made to understand by the Home Office when I called them, is that if you leave the UK whilst your visa is already in the decision-making process, that application is treated as withdrawn. So they are going to withdraw it, and that is it. It means when you're coming back to the UK, you cannot come. So what they've advised is that we would rather not go for that holiday. So we are just saying, if it doesn't happen, it means we would have to cancel the whole holiday and take a refund and just, chill and relax and put it in another day or whenever we'll be ready to go. So yeah, that's what is happening in the background. But yes, now the Home Office is checking. They are checking. They are contacting the employers to ask them series of questions. Sometimes they might not tell you that we are doing this, but me, I think I was just fortunate that they emailed me to say that, we've contacted your employer to ask them these questions and la 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 la. And my employer also told me that yes, they contacted them to ask them A, B, C, D, and they have given them those relevant information. So I should be expecting my visa to be on the way. So yeah, that is it for now. If you have applied for visa, COS, just pray and also maintain communication with your employer. And one thing I will say, I know that a lot of people don't like it when I say this. It makes you sound like you are doing the most, but I'm telling you with all seriousness, if you know that you're going to be paying for COS, please stop. Please stop, because now the Home Office is very, very, very serious. They are keen to know what is happening on the background. They are asking questions. If you have been given a COS, they can contact your employer and ask them, what are the qualifications you used to apply for that job? What is your CV? They can ask them anything. The CV that you used to apply for the job, the qualifications that you used to apply for that job, the salary they are giving you, the band level, they can ask a lot of things. So every employer is not careful. I tell you what, there are some employers that even have the sponsorship. They have it, but they don't want to give it out because they don't want to go through that rigorous process. Do you get the point? They don't want to go through that rigorous process of being questioned, even though they're doing the right thing. And if somebody tells you that pay money to get a job in UK, that is fraudulent. That is exploitation. Don't do it. It's gonna cost you. Don't do it, please. I know it's hard. You are looking for a job, you're not finding. You are tempted to pay money to somebody to do it for you. But if that person is caught, and you are also caught, it's going to be a different story. So please, rather do the right thing. And if you're coming from overseas to the UK and you're still contemplating whether to come or not, is the UK a good time? Is the UK a good place to still, come to? I will do a video on that, explaining the pros and cons of coming to the UK, especially around this time of immigration saga. I'll explain to you so that I can make an informed decision. So yes, this is what I want to say. The Home Office is now doing their job, and I feel like if they did this 2 years ago, that was in 2022, when there was this health and care visa introduced, or this health assistant visa introduced, a lot of things would have been stopped. Exploitation, abuse, and modern day slavery and fraudulence, a lot of these things would have been avoided. But yes, it's never late. They are now doing their job well, and they're contacting the employers. So please be vigilant, be careful, check your emails. If you've got an application in process or you're waiting for something, just check your email, check your spam, check your junk. Be sure to respond to emails and I wish you all the very best in your transitioning into getting whatever you want, as far as the UK visa application process is concerned. I wish you all the very best. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.